Now, do you see where the hairline is higher and lower more clearly? Right, right. Now, what you're seeing is called an optical right, illusion, right? And the reason it is one is the hair on this side is just as high as the hair on that side, but receding means it's going up into the forehead, which it's not doing. Unfortunately, you're not trying to, point him out, specifically Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac, right? When he went bald, you could tell. Sorry, Mick, right? I'm not trying to put you down, right? But when you go bald, you can tell you can do. You ain't gotta tell me day after day I'm going bald. If I'm not going bald, no. You can't make it happen either, right? I know, and I don't want it to happen with you either, but that's your gene, right? Right, that I don't have the gene, maybe. Right. My genes are different on this side than this side, but clearly this side's growing out more than that side, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Right, right, right. I'm just telling you, right, right, what it is, right? One side's just further down on the forehead, right, right. This is your forehead, right? To be receding, this side has to be going up. It's not, right? And this side is down further. There's more here per volume on this side than this side. That's why I can explain it to you after 3 years of harassment about it. Right. Hello? And you're trying to piss me off. So what if you do? So what if you don't? It's not changing it. It's not changing it. No. Actually, it's the same as when I first came on. You're just not wanting to see it. Right. That way. See, right. And hell, I don't know what the hell it's doing now. I'm just giving it faith. Right. Two. See, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. I'm my word of God, not you for me. Right. That means you don't get to tell my hair what to do for me. I do. Right. Another reason you might be going bald is you know your dad was bald, so you know it's your turn to go bald. I don't know nothing about that crap. And I don't know my mom has problems with her hair, though she says it. I don't agree with her, you know what I mean? I think her hair looks fine for her age, you know what I mean? And I pray for her, right? Not to lose her hair. Whatever hair she's got is probably because I'm praying for her not to lose her hair, right? Right. Mom, I'm praying for you not to lose your hair. If you have hair still, that's probably why I'm praying for you. Right. And I always pray for you, right? I don't pray against you like someone is against me, right? And whoever it is, they're bold enough to do it every day, Marceline, right? And you hope it's not you, but if it ain't you, it's someone you know, maybe, right? I don't know who it is, but right. Because they're doing it every day, right? Like they know me, like they know you. They're not afraid to say this shit, right? So they must know me somehow, right. Right. And they're mad about it too, especially the 15-year-old girl who lied she was 37, right? If I got her pregnant. And she couldn't abort the baby. And didn't want to even acknowledge we had sex, right. Or why? Well, it's more her fault and his fault than my fault, right. See, they gotta listen to the case by case method of what we're talking about, right? Too. See, you know, at 15, all the rules too, right? Not the 16, 17, or 18, right? You can also know the rules at 14, 13, or 12, right? You know yes means yes by that time, or no means no, right? Like Jesus said too, right? If you're saying you're 37, I don't know you're not if I just met you for the first time. I have to willingly not care you're 15. I did care, right? or I wouldn't have asked, right? I'm trying not to get in trouble. You can't purposely lie to me and have sex with me too to get me in trouble because you know it's wrong. Yourself. See, that makes it a crime like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right? The girl can get in more trouble than the guy sometimes, but most guys back off, right? When they found out you're underage, right? Not to get in trouble. So I know that too, right? That's why if we were together, it was that one day and probably only that one day. But there again, you're timing it, right? You know I'm coming into the store, right? Right. Eventually, you're gonna walk into the Orchid and run into Michelle. Yeah. But you're preparing her. Right? You're not preparing me by saying what you're saying online. I don't know who you're talking about, right? And there's bunch of stores all around. Other nail salons and other strip malls, right? I don't know which one you mean. I know that. Coincidentally, I don't, right? You have to say, don't go into the Orchid. There's a 15-year-old girl working in the Orchid, right? Then I know what you mean, right? And then I would avoid her, right? I wouldn't even go in the store. Normally, if I do that, right? But there again, if I do that, I would also just let her do my nails and went the sex, right? See, I thought they were messing with her sexually about me, so I was trying to also defend her right to be with me or not, right? So that's what I'm thinking, right? She's 37 and they're messing with her because she's the manager or something, went to college or something, right? People do that too. It's like my sister working as a plumber instead of whatever field she went into at school, which she went to Savannah State, so, Statesboro, right? Whatever it's called, right? But you know what I mean, right? She's now having to work as a plumber, right, and run the plumbing operation, but she does a good job too, right? I mean, right? She knows her stuff by now, right? But that's what I was thinking, though, right? I wasn't thinking she was lying and was really 15 at all. There's a reason to. Right. I don't know what it had to do with her until I went in, and then she tells me she's 37 from New Jersey, right? College graduate, right? There's no reason not to believe her, right? See, that's the problem. She could be from New Jersey. She could be a college graduate. She could be 37, right? And look like that, too, right? And look young still, right? Like I said, I bet even Amy Jo Johnson or Mary Lou Retton herself probably still looks good from when they were actually competing, right? Because she's petite, right? Unless you got bigger, right? If you got wider, right? That might be a problem, but I'm sure she's a cutie patootie still, right? You know what I mean? Right? If you were to suddenly see her, we ain't heard from her in a while either, right? Where's she been, right? Though you want to do it, tastefully, but still, I bet she still looks like a child, right? If you were to see her today, right? Certain women, even the one playing the little person playing in MacGyver and all that, right? She's hot, but she looks young like a child. You gotta be careful. Right? You're not sure, right? But like I said, you card them if you have to, right? But once you tell me you're 37, I don't know you're not, right? That's the problem. That's the problem, right? I'm explaining too, right? Well, they can't do nothing if you're trying to get them to do something, right? You broke the law first. You know you're not supposed to be with an older man as much as I know I'm not supposed to be with a younger girl, right? And you lied about your age, so that's the end of that discussion. Once you lied about your age, I had no way to know it was you they were talking about, right? And that might frustrate you and them and right, anyone trying to entrap me into it, but you can't entrap me into it if I show you I know better and would avoid that, right, normally, right? And I do avoid that normally. I don't try to just eat with everyone, right? But like I said, you would have to be coming to the house at night or something too, possibly, right? And if I'm waking up, the aliens are helping me. What are you going to call them? Extraterrestrials, right? Aliens, right? Angels, right? Messengers is what that means, right? kingly messengers, right, from heaven, right? They know what we're doing to each other. They don't like it. We're violent. We're mean and angry, and we're can explode on them, right? So they are staying back, right? We're making them stay back. Even if they could help us more, they can't because we're stubborn creatures, right? We can be violent towards any creature, right? Even them, even them. So they can't just show up whenever they want to show up either, stupid, right? We're not ready to really meet them, right? No, we're not ready yet. Sometimes that's the problem, right? We can't handle the truth sometimes ourselves. They might get even more because Jesus became two other people and they thought it was Moses and Elijah, but that don't make sense, right? But if you're all three in one, right, androgynous male and female, right, then you can become two other people even, right, and also appear to Abraham and Sarah, and that's why they're Elohim. They're not one, but three in one, three in one. And the female's already pregnant. The male's just the middleman, and then Jesus is the ultimate image of both, right? Like yin and yang, and then yin, yang, right? Whatever you want to call it, yin or yang, right? Right. Whichever one is black or white, too, right? So you don't really know, right? But the light is like it's being given birth in the darkness. It's in the center of the darkness, right? Right. So which do you think is more the womb of the morning? The light? The light is shining in the darkness, but the darkness don't comprehend it, right? The darkness comprehends it not, right? So ignorance and knowledge is what we're talking about. But Satan gave us the knowledge of good and evil and to die with him because he also committed suicide, drowning himself in the ocean, right? Or seas, right? Which that's the Hebrew word for it, whatever it was, or is, or will always be at this point, right? See, also, when you do things a certain way, if you deplenish the population so much, so quickly, right, you can still cause catastrophes and stuff like that, right? Especially at around 8 billion, right? Well, some idiots want to do that. Like, they can do that and not hurt themselves, though you're hurting yourself and us, right? See, the population just needs food, right? So that's where our money needs to go, not Mars yet. Elon. First, we gotta work on the problems here. I keep telling you that. Then worry about Mars, right? It's like the United Federations of planets, you know what I mean? Right? Whatever you call it, right? If we want to be part of their society, we gotta get on better, right? We're the problem. We're the violent people. We're angry still over sex. We want to kill gay people, straight people, bi people. Even celibate people, you don't want to be celibate, right? You hate any form of sex. As long as it's you getting the pleasure, you don't care, you know what I mean? That's bad too, right? See, I'm trying to wait for the right person, but I don't know who she is, right? It's the diamond in the rough, the needle in the haystack, right? Trying to find the right female, right? All I know is it's a female I'm looking for, right? Right. I know. That's all you can know, right? And now it's time to go get something to eat again, right? It's around 11 o'clock. I'm the same late, but I'm toggling. I told you that, right? When you eat, you gain a little. When you don't eat, you lose it back, right? Hello, that's how it works, right? For everybody, it's the same. And I'm taking my medications. That's why I'm stronger, weaker, getting muscle tone again, right? Because I also work out when I'm not here, right? When I don't show you what I'm doing something where I learned I can do certain things, right? But it ain't the same thing, right? I can do, right? I can't do the same things anymore, right? I gotta do different things, right? And that's how I keep myself in shape, right? Even though I got a belly now, right? I'm not ashamed of my belly. That's me. That's me now. Just like, Lizzo or anyone who's big understands it's not my choice or theirs sometimes, right? It's just maybe poor eating habits before now, but there again, right? What's you gonna do? Look like Gabrielle Union tomorrow? No, she's got to work on that, right? But she can work on it now. She got some money coming in. She can start working on her appearance more. And for health purposes, lose a little weight, right? You know what I mean? Not because she looks bad, right? She don't look bad at all, right? But for health purposes, maybe you lose a few pounds, like 20 to 30 to start with, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? Not talking 50 or 60 right now, but maybe 20, right? To start with, right? And that's for her health, not about you or appearances, right? There you go. There you go. And that's just advice for anyone trying to lose weight or not. But then I hurt, right? I start hurting that, right? Asshole. It's not the choice always. I know. I'm just doing my best, right? If my best ain't good enough for you, you. It ain't up to you. It really ain't up to me if I'm healed at all, because the injury would result in paralysis. That's what they were preparing me for, to be bedridden for the rest of my life from the waist down, like the man by the water, right? He couldn't get into the pool because he wasn't fast enough, right? His legs weren't working anymore, right? And he didn't just put himself there, right? Someone stood over him and told him he wouldn't be able to walk anymore, right? And Jesus stood on over him and told him he could, right? Take up your bed and walk, right? By faith in Jesus, he walked again, right? You understand, right? That's how I'm walking, right? By faith in Jesus alone, right? Had nothing to do with the medical injury, right? My faith in Jesus alone, brother. That's why I'm walking. That's why I'm walking. And I showed it to you before. You're freaking out over that too, and I can't help that, right? That's what it is, like, right? You can't doctor it, you can't change it, you can't make it better, you can't make it worse, right? And no, you would not be walking on it normally, unless you got faith in Jesus the right way, right? And I do. Yep. Yep. No. That's why you can't kill me with a heart attack or a stroke or right. I'm faithing it out, right, for myself, right? And I'm taking their medications to kind of help me during this time. And it's helping me during this time. And I'm saying it's helping me during this time. Why? Because it helps you during this time. It does. Faith in what you're doing helps too. If you're taking medications, believe in the medications you're taking that it'll help. Or don't take it or not, right? You gotta believe in what you're doing. See, when you're trying to heal a child is harder to heal than an adult because the child also has to have faith in what you're doing, right? She's getting it from two different points of view. One believes, one don't, right? But you're exposing her to both. And if the child dies, you're telling it you don't care if it dies or you don't care if it lives as long as it's living for Jesus. That's Antichrist too, you know. The child don't know better. And you as the stubborn adult aren't knowing better too if you're letting your child die that way. When they can offer it medical assistance, right? Jesus said what went to Satan about jumping off the temple anyway? Don't tempt the Lord your God. If they can fix it, even if it's a temporary fix, let them fix it, right? Use your head, not your idea of religion. It can get in the way of a miracle sometimes, too. Now, nobody, normally, right, except you believe in Jesus, can walk on my injury, right? Most people don't, right? Most people can't, right? But to give you faith, right, which comes by hearing the Word of God, I'm telling you my story in the ray, right? Both would paralyze you from the neck down and the waist down, right? 2 days for one, 6 weeks for the other, I'm up on crutches, right? That's not normal. That's not normal. But faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. And I'm the Word of God. For some people, right? Like it or not, right? Believe me or not, right? Looking better.